Everyone, today I am going to IKEA. I just dropped my daughter off at school. The weather is awful, but I am supposed to be going to IKEA today with my good friend Sharon. So I went to IKEA with her last year and we had a good day. I didn't buy that much, but we thought we'd go. This is a different IKEA that we're going to today, and we want to go down, have a coffee, have some nice lunch there, and just look at the Christmas things and see what they've got out on display. I'd quite like to get one of their Christmas advent calendars if I can, the ones that have got the vouchers in, but I don't know whether they'll have any because most places are saying that they have sold out of those now. But still, we'll go and have a look around and just have a nice day. So I thought, well, I'll just take you along. I can show you some of the footage that I've taken of IKEA. I don't know if I'm going to really end up buying anything. I'll just see, what they've got. That's the plan today. So I should probably be cleaning the house and getting things done at home, but to be honest, I'm quite excited about going to IKEA with my friend. Hello everyone, I just thought I would follow on from my video yesterday. So I went to IKEA and I had a lovely time with my friend. We had a really nice lunch, as you always do in IKEA, have meatballs of course. But I was actually really disappointed with the selection at IKEA. So I went with a view to looking at the decorations because I love buying one or two sort of new things every year, just little things. I've got my coffee, of course. Oh. Anyway, I was really disappointed because even though from a distance, when I looked at it, the area, the Christmas area, I thought it looked nice, looked pretty, and quite well sort of designed in places. But actually, when I got close, a lot of the things were really gaudy or a bit tacky. So they had the big boxes of baubles and things, but they just were not nice. So I actually didn't pick up anything Christmassy. And some of the wrap that they had, so they had some sort of wrapped presents you could see it, but none of it was available to buy, and I just came away feeling quite sort of deflated. I've obviously put a bit of footage on there from yesterday, but yeah, I just wasn't that pleased. I know my friend, she wanted to buy some lights and they were really nice, these star lights that were on a kind of curtain, and they didn't have those either. They didn't have the little some string lights with that were little balls, the little spheres. They didn't have those, so it was just a little bit disappointing. But I just thought I would just come on and talk about Christmas because I have been using my Christmas planner again. Now, last year I did a quite detailed video about my Christmas planning, and I'll link that. There isn't much difference, but I just thought I would go in because every year I write myself a note at the front of my planner just to tell myself things and remind myself things. One of the things is deep clean earlier. So like from October I'd be starting to deep clean. This year I feel like I've been quite good at that. I've been, because of work and everything, I've been tending to sort of tackle one room, get it really clean, and then move on to the next one. So I'm sort of doing more sort of like zone cleaning at the moment. And obviously we decorated the dining room, so that's all had fresh paint and everything, and keeping that clean is quite easy now. And then obviously we just had Halloween, so I gave that a clean before we put decorations up, and then I've cleaned it afterwards. So I feel like things are kind of, or I'm kind of on top of it. Wrapping earlier is my second tip to myself. I am definitely doing that, and in fact I'm going to start this evening. I'm going to start just wrapping one or two presents just to really get started, because I have got a lot to wrap, because there's so many birthdays as well as Christmas in December, end of November and December, loads of birthdays in our family. So I definitely need to get on with that. My note to myself was buy during the year, and actually I've been really good at that this year, and I have bought things and I've put them away. I told myself to make rustic decorations during the year. I hadn't done that. I had this idea. I had this idea that I would have, my tree would be more rustic, so I'd make things out of twigs and walnut shells, and yeah, no, not happening. And then I told myself to buy a large spool of gold ribbon and red ribbon. Now I found actually a really good tip. Flying Tiger, if you've got a Tiger shop in your town, they do really big spools of red, beautiful quality red ribbon. So I picked up one of those the other day. I haven't got a gold one yet, but I'm going to try and get some gold. I've also done a note to myself about the food that worked well last year. Now I'm not actually hosting this year. My sister is hosting, so it's going to be completely different in terms of having to think about food and menus and all of that. So that's great. So actually I'll park that. I'm going to keep that note for next year. And all of the things that I have got on here from the year before are still relevant. So for example, I booked the pantomime in March because we got an early bird special price on that. I have started to buy wine and Prosecco as soon as some offers started to come up around Valentine's Day this year. So I've got quite a lot that I've stored. Make my husband's card early. So I always make his card, but you might have seen on my Emily birthday preparation video that I used Canva to make her thank you card. So I will use Canva to make his Christmas card. I just need a little slot of time to do that, and I just decide on what design I'm going to do. So I've got make his card early. I'm going to get that done before the end of November. And then I've told myself you will be ill in the run up to Christmas, so get everything done by November. I am always ill at Christmas. I have had a flu jab this year, which is another thing that I am going to remind myself to do next year. Have a flu jab, because I mean, I know I can still get a cold, but I'm hoping that I might be well this year. I hope so. I've told myself to add a section for gift cards. So in my planner, I made these file dividers. So this one is to do or to buy. Next one is gifts, and so on. So it was in my other video, but I'm going to add a new section, which is gift cards, and I have already bought one that I'm going to add. So what I do with those is that I'm going to hang on for a bit longer, because I need to buy a couple more. And quite often Tesco and Asda will do 15% off the gift cards. It's usually only for about a week or 2 weeks. But what I will do is go and get a couple for ourselves. So it might be ZZ's or Ask or Pizza Express or somewhere like that. So I buy it for ourselves. So if I've got 15% off, so and I buy £40 worth, then I go in and use those for a meal next time, over Christmas or during half term in the new year. and then I can still get a student discount on top, or get a voucher code and go in and use it and have a really cheap meal. So that's worth doing. So what else have I told myself? And that is, I need to plan for birthdays. So I am getting there with sorting out the November, December and January birthdays. I try to prioritise getting those done whilst I'm sorting out Christmas. I do try to get those done first, because I do want to think about those. I don't want to give people joint presents. I want to be thoughtful and actually get them something separate that isn't Christmassy. So with all the other sections, I've just been going in and adding the lists of the things. I've already asked the kids what they want for Christmas, and I've been adding their lists in, and then I have been allocating to family members. They've asked me, can I have a gift list for Ollie? And so I've been able to do either in an email or in a text. And I just pop everything into that format, and I will put a link to either, whether it's Amazon or the Entertainer, wherever it is. So I do that research, and I try to find the best price when I ask people if they'd like to buy something for the children. It's also just easier for some people that don't go to the shops very often. So I do that. So that is probably everything that I will do and sort of cover for in terms of changing my planner. It won't be any different. It worked so well last year. I would really recommend that you get one, that you get planning. And I honestly, because I feel that I don't always enjoy Christmas in terms of the actual, the period of time, I can sometimes get quite stressed. The more I can do now, in November, the better it's going to be, and I can enjoy Christmas and enjoy those nights out that inevitably are coming up, but actually have the time to plan and enjoy the wrapping and all of that. So I love doing all of that. I love doing wrapping and things. So that is my tips for this year for Christmas. I am going to finish my coffee now. We're supposed to be going into town this afternoon, but it's been raining all morning, and I'm kind of... But there are a few bits that I need, because I ordered a couple of Christmas presents that I need to pick up for my husband. I've tried to get things as early as possible, and I've got this fantastic Facebook group that I will I'll show you on my phone. It's fantastic. It's called Extreme Couponing and Bargaining, and I think you can just click to join it. And what I do is it can come up on your feed, and you can see the different bargains that come up, but you can also go into that group and do a search. Oh my goodness, this has been life-changing for me, particularly with Christmas coming up. I have got some absolutely amazing deals through this website, through Facebook. It's been fantastic. And the people that are in the group, I mean, I would post myself if I find something amazing, but the people that do post are really, really quick on things, and you'll find if you click through from something that you find, I've had no problems like with things running out or anything like that. It's been brilliant early notification for things. So definitely join that. It will save you money. I'm sure there's other ones in other countries and things like that in other areas, but this is like a national one for the UK, and it is fantastic, and it has saved me a ton of money. The other thing, final point, that I've been doing that has saved me money is that, I love Aldi, favourite shop. There's special buys, which I don't always look at if I want to save a few pennies. Well, I've found that I can get their special buys online, and quite often when I go into the shop, sometimes the special buys that I want are not there. They've sold out for whatever reason. You've got to just wait to see whether they come back in. But you can buy them online, and if you spend over £20, then you get free delivery, which is amazing. And I bought a big box of bits, and I got some Nerf guns that were that for water super soakers for next year, really cheap, £5. Amazing. And I got I bought 3 of their own version of Build-A-Bears, and so I've got one for Emily, and then I've put 2 away that we can give as presents if we go to parties, but they're in a really big box and they're really good quality, so I've got that. I bought myself a couple of other things that were special buys that were reduced, so you could get that reduced price and it's delivered, click, no hassle. So I mean, I would say that it's beginning of November, so second week in November, I've probably got 80% of my presents. So I've been doing loads on Amazon through like clicking through from extreme couponing. I've got loads of bits where that I've got from Boots again, where I've known that deals have come up. I've done it through Aldi. I went and did a shop in Home Bargains the other day, and that was amazing. That was really, really good, but it was busy and I didn't film anything. So I've got about 80% of my presents. The thing that I've got outstanding is that my son wants a PlayStation 4 for his birthday, which is why I'm a little bit whispering. He knows that we know, obviously, he's asked for it, but I'm waiting for Black Friday to see if I can get a good deal on it. It is a big thing for us because we don't really buy technology and he doesn't use it that often. We usually let him play on it about once a week, so spending this much is kind of a big deal for us. Upgrading, if you like, but we have had the PlayStation 3 for a really long time and there's loads of games that just aren't available on it now, and so we do want to upgrade and to use it because obviously we can watch Netflix through it and things like that, so we do want it, but I'm waiting for the cheapest price, so Black Friday, fingers crossed. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. So chatting about Christmas. I love Christmas, and if you know me at all, you know that I am like Mrs. Christmas. I love Christmas. So join me again in my next video. If you're not a subscriber, then I would love to have you as one of my subscribers. I love getting your comments and replying and just getting involved and getting to know you all. So become a subscriber and I will see you in my next video. Bye.